Don't let the back-to-school season set back your nutrition. Green Chef is making it easy to stick to your healthy eating habits with a new, more flexible menu featuring over 35 customizable recipe options every week. New options include doubling your portion of protein or veggies or swapping to a plant-based protein like organic tofu or tempeh. Are you dairy-free, gluten-free, vegetarian, or vegan? Green Chef has over 15 recipes every week to support those lifestyles and more. You'll also find over 15 weekly recipes that are ready in 25 minutes or less, so you'll have the power to tailor the menu to your needs. Take your clean routine further with 2 times the support Green Chef's healthiest menu ever. For a limited time, new Green Chef subscribers will also receive 50 free credits to use at ClassPass, about a month's worth of membership. Stick to your clean routine all day long with grab-and-go breakfast and snack options like protein-packed egg bites. Green Chef has helped me save so much time porque ustedes ya saben, siempre les cuento that I'm running all over the place, and having this comida just delivered to my house makes it so easy. Go to greenchef.com/prettyclass for 50% off your first box, plus 50 free credits with ClassPass. That's code PRETTYCLASS at greenchef.com/pretty to get 50% off your first box, plus 50 free ClassPass credits. greenchef.com/prettyclass. Did you find any subscriptions you forgot about, or any you paid for twice and didn't realize it? Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, I have full control over my subscriptions and a clear view of my expenses. I'm able to see all of my subscriptions in one place, and if I see something that I don't want, Rocket Money can help me cancel it with a few taps. I also love how the dashboard shows me this month's spending compared to the last month, so I can clearly see my spending habits. Plus, they'll also help me create a custom budget and keep my spending on track. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you by up to 20%. Lo único que tienes que hacer is submit a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. They'll deal with the customer service for you. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscription by going to rocketmoney.com/pretty. That's rocketmoney.com/pretty. rocketmoney.com/pretty. With big wireless providers, what you see is never what you get. Somewhere between the store and your first month's bill, the price you thought you were paying magically skyrockets. With Mint Mobile, you'll never have to worry about gotchas ever again. When Mint Mobile says $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan, they mean it. Every time I get a new phone, casi le da un infarto a mi mom. And now I understand why. For some reason, even the times that I would pay my phone in full up front, every time the bill would come in the next month, it would go up by so much. And it was due to all of these hidden fees that I wasn't aware of porque they wouldn't tell me. And it wasn't until I got a new phone, I paid it up front, and then my next month's bill came in and my mom showed it to me that I finally understood why she would get so upset. It would be a lot easier and save me the trouble if I just knew the complete total. Doesn't have to be that complicated. Say bye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overcharges. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless with Mint Mobile's deal and get 3 months off premium wireless service for $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and your 3-month premium wireless plan for $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/notsmart. That's mintmobile.com/notsmart. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/notsmart. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your host, Yoatzi.
And Louie, aka the sleepiest perra.
Wake up, Louie.
No.
We were both out of town this weekend.
Yes.
And last night I had a dinner with my team. Y me emborraché. So I was like hung over, but I'm like trying to wake up and Louie is still half asleep.
I'm not like one of those people that can have a productive day after being hungover. Like no matter how much I try, I'll wake up early. I don't know why. Every time like after a cruda, I'll wake up like somewhat early, like anywhere between like 8 or 9.
Ew.
Even if I go to sleep at like 5 a.m., I don't know what, maybe porque me da asco or something. I just can't go to sleep. But I'll wake up early, but there's no way I can have a productive day. Like if we had to film, I'd be like,
I feel that. But I'm not like that cruda.
Yeah.
I'm just like a little cruda. I honestly feel like if I would have slept a little more, I would have been good. But we had to wake up early because we're filming Pretty Not Smart pretty early today.
Yay.
But I feel like I just need a little bit more sleep. But I'm drinking coffee, so that should do it.
I was like, what? I just heard that shit wet. I was like, ew.
That should do what?
I have a question.
When?
Do you have your dumbass fucking fact of the whole entire fucking stupidest earth?
I do.
Because I have one too.
I don't give a fuck.
Bitch. Well, mine's
you go first.
No, mine's a question that could lead to a dumbass fact if you know the answer.
So I don't get it. So should I go first or what?
You can save it for the next one. I think you've done enough dumbass facts. You're gonna be like, did you know you can wipe your ass with your hand? Like, we know.
Okay, go.
So mine, if you know the answer to it, if not, it doesn't have to be a dumbass fact. But is it possible to grow birthmarks as you continue living life? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
So like you're not just born with your birthmarks and like that's it. Like you can develop more. Ew, bitch. Y'all fucking buzzer.
Why, did you just grow a birthmark in your butt or what?
I mean, no, it's because I noticed. So I was doing my makeup today, and I've also heard, but I don't know if this is just with freckles. Like some people, when they like spend more time in the sun, they get more freckles. Like, oh, like I just got some more freckles. I've been in the sun a lot, and I'm like,
that's
okay, cool.
all bad.
Why is that bad?
That's cancer.
Bitch, no, it's not. Fuck, no. You're all scaring. Okay, so this is how you know Yoatzi's facts aren't reliable.
I'm just kidding.
Everyone's gonna be fucking Googling, do I have cancer now? No, so I've heard like if like some people like when they're in the sun for too long, they'll start getting like freckles and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I've been spending a lot of time in the sun, like literally these last couple of months.
You got freckles.
No, not freckles, but I noticed when I was doing my makeup that I got is it on this side? No, it's on this side. I got like a birthmark that I never had, and it looks like
the one that you have on your cheek?
It's like right here.
Yeah, I've never seen that in my life.
And I thought if anything, maybe it was like just tiny and I grew. I don't fucking know, but I was doing my makeup and I saw that and I was like, what the fuck? So I was trying to like scrape it off thinking it was like
mugre.
Bitch, no, I thought it was like makeup that like se acumuló right there.
Yeah.
And then I was like, is that a fucking birthmark? And I was like, I've never noticed that unless it was like super tiny and it fucking grew. But yeah, and then that reminds me because years ago, so I've always had the one right here by my lips.
I was about to ask, have you always had the one right next to your lip?
Yeah, I've always had this one, little one, because my mom would always be like, I
thought it was the one on top of your lip.
No, it's this
because the one on your, Louie has one right on top of his lip in case you're not watching. That one, I feel like you've always had that one.
No, it's the opposite. I've always had this one, but this one grew out of nowhere.
Really?
So the one up here, I remember I noticed like it came out of nowhere and I thought it was like fucking mugre. I swear.
Because thought it was a moco.
I was like really young. So I was like, what the fuck? So I was like scraping it and it's like pretty big. So I always thought it was like fucking mugre. And I was like, great. Because I feel like I've always had like, dude, you guys, the places that I have my birthmarks in are kind of a little bit like weird.
Random?
Because like the one under my eye.
It's on the other eye.
On one of the eyes. I remember Yoatzi used to fucking scare me saying that I was gonna like grow so big and I was gonna close my eyes shut. So for the longest time when I was little, it was a worry that I always had. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna grow and I'm gonna like have an eye smaller than the other one. But yeah, so I just got curious. I was like, wait, I wonder if that's like a thing or like what the fuck?
Yeah, for sure you can get them like later on in life. Like, well, obviously you're not born with them because like the ones that you have now, you weren't born with them.
Yeah, I was.
No, and you know, so he has one right on top of his lip. And honestly, that's the exact same one that my mom has on her chin. The one you have.
Bitch, what do you mean? Everyone.
So little moles are genetics. They're hereditary. Yeah. Like you pass them on. So like, think about it. The one that my mom has on her chin, it's like the same one that you have right here.
Yeah.
And we have a cousin that has a really big one on his forehead. And it's the same one. And it looks super similar to the one that I have on my eye. In the inner corner of my left eye, you guys, I have one. And I remember my mom said that I wasn't born with it. It just randomly, like, I had a little peck on my eye, and it just kept growing and growing. And my mom actually was the one that started like the whole eye thing. She was like, "Oh my God, le va a tapar el ojo, Yoatzi." But it just stopped growing. So that's, I would tell you the same thing.
What the heck?
But Travis also was not born with the eye one, and now he has the exact same one in his inner corner, but the opposite eye. So when me and Travis look at each other, our little moles are like basically touching.
Oh, what the heck?
So yeah.
Yeah, I love my little birthmarks.
I do
but,
too.
Like, a lot of people would think that I would draw them in, the ones that I have right here by my lips.
Uh-huh.
Because they're like kind of like in the perfect area. Like the one next to my lip and the one on top almost look like I do draw them in.
Or like Marilyn Monroe one.
Yeah, very those vibes. But the one that I was just like, great. I was not happy when I saw the one on my face today. Because it's like cute. Random and it's kind of like big. I mean, it's not humongous, but I was just like, what the?
I feel like it definitely looks more of like a dark freckle than a mole.
And that's what I was looking at it, because I was like, it looks like even a lighter brown. Like, it doesn't even look like dark. Like, the ones on my lip are like black.
Yeah.
And the one right here looks like a little light. But then I was like, maybe just because it's just started developing.
You're sun-kissed. It's a freckle.
Dang, I don't have one.
Speaking about my mole, people always fucking tell me, like, when I'm on live and shit, they're like, when are you gonna get that mole removed?
You can get mole removed?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, you can.
You can get mole removal.
I honestly forget it's there. I don't even notice it until right now that you pointed it out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah.
And I can't see it, so I forget about it. But I honestly love my little mole.
And it's not even like dark. I feel like it's your skin tone.
I'm not ugly.
No, let me see. Look at me. Yeah, and I feel like that's why I don't notice it, because you guys, it's not like a brown or like a black mole. It's just there.
It's just there. It's like
it's
just
like a fucking
accumulated
pimple
that I couldn't take it out
forever.
But I don't know if I've shared this story before with my mole, but I used to get bullied when I was little. I think I was like in first grade about it. And girls would like tell me shit like, that's ugly. Like, what is that? And a bunch of stuff. And then I remember one time I not necessarily cried, but I was like, teacher, almost crying. Like, they're making fun of my mole. Like, I don't know what, I didn't even know what's called the mole. I was like, they're making fun of the thing on my eye.
My lunar.
My lunar. There you go. My lunar. And the teacher, she was so sweet. I'll never forget this. She was like, it's not called a lunar. She's like, that's called a beauty mark.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was just like, oh. And then she was like, you have it because you're unique and you're beautiful. And they're probably mad because they don't have their own unique beauty mark. And she was like, so if they're making fun of you, it's because they're jealous that they don't have one. And you have it because you're so beautiful. And I was like, oh my God. And after that, I was like, yeah, bitches, I have a cute ass mole. Fuck you.
Ew, I don't like that word.
Mole?
I hate
mole
it.
makes me think of like a witch's nose mole con pelitos.
Yeah, con pelitos.
Yeah, with the pelitos.
So I always just call it a
lunar.
lunar or a beauty mark or a, I forget. Yeah.
Where, if you don't mind sharing, where is the weirdest place that you have a beauty mark?
I don't feel like I have any like anywhere else, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Like besides like my arms.
Like the tip of my cock.
Ew! No, look, like I have some on my arms. I mean, I can't look like in the back, but no, I have looked at myself like for my butt. I don't have.
He's all checking his butt out.
No, I do
every day.
But no, I don't have any like on my butt, and then fucking butt never sees the sun, so I highly doubt any are gonna develop.
I have one on my butt.
Ew, where?
Like right on my right butt cheek, like right at the tip. Ew, Alex, he's all pointing exactly where it's at.
Ew.
It's like right at the top of my crack. But like on the side. It's like right on my right butt cheek.
Ew.
Yeah. And it's like, it literally looks like the one on your mouth.
A great thing. So hereditary, you guys. The one I have on my mouth is the one she has on her ass.
It's on my butt.
Yeah, that I know of. I don't have any like.
He all starts looking today. He's like, where the
No, I don't think I have any.
But yeah, beauty marks are beautiful, in case you didn't know.
No.
But we're going to jump into today's topic. Louie doesn't know what the topic is.
I know nothing.
But it's something that I've been wanting to talk about with Louie for a long time.
What?
And I think it's a good topic. Today, we are going to be talking about what it means to be a girl's girl and if you're a girl's girl or not.
I'm not.
Bitch.
I steal women's men. How would I be a girl?
He's like on a daily, duh.
Yeah, so how would I be a girl?
So when you hear, like, are you a girl's girl? What comes into your brain?
So a girl's when you were born a girl. Just kidding. I would say a girl's girl would be, for example, you're always looking out for your girls, or even if you like there's a stranger, you'll help them out. For example, I think a good way of being like a girl's girl, if you have like a friend or somebody and say they have a boogie down.
Okay.
And instead of being all fucking loud, like, girl, you have a fucking moco. That's not a girl's girl. That's being a fucking hating ass puta who wants people to laugh at somebody else.
Okay.
A girl's girl would be like, oh, like, wait, can you come with me to the restroom really quick? Or like, hey, do you want to like, even if you don't want to make it obvious, like, you want to like, hey, you want to touch up your lipstick? You give them like your mirror. Like a subtle way of letting a girl know and she'll get the vibe like, oh. Like, that's cute to be like, yeah, like, oh, thank you for the heads up. Or like, can you come with me to the restroom? And then like, oh, you have like a little, like, you know? Or a girl's girl. You know, I feel like just like always looking out for somebody, helping them out. Or like if you notice something bad, keeping it on the low, not making it like a big deal. Things like that. I
feel like me and you have a very different definition of girl's girl. I like your definition a lot. I feel like it definitely is more of like just being nice to your girls, like,
or even just like a girl that you first came across in a way. It's just I don't know, looking out in a respectful way.
Okay.
Why? What was your definition?
I feel like a girl's girl is just basically like the way that I saw it. It had to be more with like just taking care of your girls.
Oh, okay.
Like you're kind of like what you're saying.
Like if somebody's borracha, like taking care of her.
Taking care of her, making sure that she's okay. Like, for example, if her hombre is going to cheat on her, you're going to tell her. But me and Alex were like briefly having a conversation about it. And like, I feel like I'm only a girl's girl to my main circle of girls. Mm-hmm. Like not necessarily that, but I feel like I'm only going to be a girl's girl if I care about you. Care enough about you to go out of my way to do things for you, to make you feel like comfortable around me and like things like that. Like I feel like I wouldn't go out of my way.
But then that's a friend. That's not a girl's girl.
Okay, so for example, the moco thing. Mm-hmm. If maybe I'm just not a girl's girl. If I were to see a girl with a moco, I'm not going to tell her unless she's my friend. Uh-huh. Like if she's one of my girls, we're hanging out and I'm like, oh, Marlene, you have a moco. Like, but I wouldn't tell her like that. I'd probably be like, oh my God, Marlene, like, you know, like, or let's, like you said, like, let's go to the bathroom. Yeah. But if I'm having a conversation with like some random girl and we're just having a combo and she has a big ass moco, I'm not going to tell her.
Yeah, that's where it gets a little tricky because I feel like you could, but then they could take it like in a wrong way, or because they don't know you like that, it could come off as like embarrassing.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I feel like for example, bitch, I'm not even a girl and I'm giving you examples. I feel like another way of being like a girl's girl.
But you're gay, so this counts.
Yeah, I guess. Because I was going to say like, another way I feel like you could be like a squirrel is...
Cute squirrel.
If somebody's like, I don't know, say the girl's on her period or something and you have like a fucking extra tampon or something, you don't even know the girl, but you're just like, oh, here, like I have this. Like, wow.
Yeah,
like you're going out of your way to...
That for sure. I'll definitely be like, yes, free pads and like I always carry pads and tampons with me just because I know it happens a lot, especially at the gym. Mm-hmm. I always carry them because just in case, like, I don't know if a girl will ever do it, but like, by any chance, you have a tampon? I'm like, yes, babe, I got you. Like stuff like that, yes. But the moco one, no, I'm not gonna go out.
But it gets tricky because even like the one that you said right now, where you were like if a girl's man is cheating on them, that gets tricky. That's
when it gets so motherfucking complicated, you guys. And I'm like, am I a girl's girl? Am I not? Because okay, so I feel like if you're a fucking girl's girl, like you know how on TikTok they'll be like, if you're a girl's girl and you see like a guy cheating, like you go out of your way to tell them, you know?
Yeah.
But I personally don't think if I knew about a cheating, unless you're my friends, like you're in my close circle of friends, like my MILFs, say if your man's cheating, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
But if you're like some random girl and I know that your man's cheating, I don't think I would go out of my way. Because I feel like a lot of times in those situations, say I had Stephanie over here and then her man Miguel, And Miguel, I find out, is doing some sketchy shit. Like, I don't know, for whatever reason, I just find out, right? I'm not going to go tell Stephanie because I feel like Stephanie's going to not leave her man and she's going to be mad at me. And then she's going to throw like shade at me, or I don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day, she's still going to forgive her mans and I'm going to look like the bad guy. You get the vibes?
I get the vibes. For me, I feel like it's not even about that. I don't know.
Or like it's
if
none
I
of
don't
our
know
business.
No, it's just like if I don't know the person, I don't know. I just feel like I don't have the right to interfere. But then I feel like they also have the right to know. I don't know. It gets complicated.
Look, I have a story time. I don't know if I told you about this one, but it was some dude. Ay, me cae pinche gordo el güey, but he was in my life, right? Not like romantically. No, it was just like a dude que conocía. And I went shopping to the outlets. And I went shopping and I like parked. I just remember pulling up to the parking lot and I see the dude that I know walking into the store. And this guy has a wife and kids. Okay. I see this guy walking. I can't remember if it was in or out of the store. He was walking out of the store holding some girl's hand. That was not his wife.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I told you about it. And I saw and I was like, oh. And I was like, and I was with somebody else. Yeah. And we were both like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. Like, absolutely the fuck not. And then the person that I was with automatically goes to call somebody else to kind of like, I don't even remember why he called somebody else, but he accidentally called the person that we saw. Oh, mood. I think because he was like in such a panic. He, because he had that person in his mind, he accidentally called the guy. Yeah. And I sound all like stupid because I don't want to say names on accident or anything. So I'm like trying to figure out a way. Long story short, the guy, you can see that the moment he saw the phone call of who he was from, he starts looking around and he fucking sees us. He sees like our car, like just briefly. Yeah. And he fucking grabs the girl and I think he like quickly tells her like, oh my God, like let's book it. Yeah. In chinga, they both had their little bags. They run into their cars and they both speed away following each other.
Shit. Oh, like not in the same car?
Not in the same car. They came in separate cars.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm pretty sure she knew that he was a married man. Yeah. But they were all holding hands and shit. And then the guy calls the guy that I was with and was like, oh, hey, did you call me? Yeah. And then the guy that I was with was just like, yeah, it's because I came to Adidas and there was like this really good sale going on. And I just wanted to see if you wanted some shoes. And then the guy was like, oh, no, I'm at work right now. I'm a little busy. So like, I can't really talk to you right now.
Oh, shit.
Hey, así se quedaron the vibes. But I personally knew that man's wife. Like I spoke to her on a daily. At the moment I had like a kind of like an okay relationship with that girl. And a big part of me, Louie, wanted to tell her so bad. Yeah. Like, because I felt like fucking shit. I was just like, oh my God, this fucking dumbass bitch is having a whole ass affair. Yeah. And he has a whole wife and kids. Yeah. And like, I didn't know what to do. I was like stuck in a predicament. But I feel like it was almost not necessarily my business. And that's why I never said anything. And to this day, I've kept it a secret.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that's it.
Yeah, I feel like especially when it's something so like marriage, it's a little bit hard. But I feel like one thing that I feel is that kind of stuff always comes to light in one way or the other.
Like eventually?
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like when it comes to, I feel like that is kind of part of being like a squirrel. But.
So am I not being a girl's girl because I didn't tell her?
I don't know, because that's scary.
Just be straight up. Tell me, you stupid bitch.
No, I really don't know.
Like, would you not? I feel like that makes me not a girl's girl. Because a girl's girl would tell her, right?
But then you can't be a girl's girl if all the girls hate you.
Right.
It's because it is very common to see where like sometimes when the person who does let the other person know that their significant other is cheating, that relationship ends up being ruined before the.
And I don't want it to be on me. Like, I don't want it to be my fault that relationship got ruined. Pero también, I'm going to be straight up. Like, another big reason why I didn't say anything was because I feel like the wife, she had already experienced some sort of infidelity. She kind of already knew. One time I remember I was having a convo with her and I straight up asked her, like, this before I knew that he cheated. I was like, have you ever found him doing anything like weird or like sketchy like that? And she was like, I don't know. I don't care. She was like, I'm not going to look through his phone because I know I'm going to find stuff. And I just like, if I don't see it, I don't know about it. Oh. So she was like those vibes.
And that's different.
She's a pendeja. So then at that point, when I did see the infidelity, like straight from my eyes, I was just like I don't know if me saying anything will do anything because she might just be like, not that it's fine, but I don't think she was going to be proactive about it.
Yeah, y nomás ibas a quedar mal tú.
And I was going to, iba a quedar como una pinche chismosa pendeja or something.
Bitch, all that.
Yeah. So I was like,
Yeah, no, that's scary.
Yeah. Have you ever been stuck in a predicament like that?
No. I don't think, not where I know that somebody's cheating on somebody without them knowing already.
Okay, if somebody cheated on me, you would tell me.
Bitch, that's not a girl's girl. That's a sibling girl. Well, no that's shit, a sibling, dumbass. That'd be the first in line.
Okay. What about like one of your really good friends right now, guy or girlfriend? If you saw their significant other cheating, would you tell them?
Yeah.
Immediately. Mm-hmm. Like no ifs, ands, or buts.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
What if their partner was also your friend?
If I met their partner through my friend, then I wouldn't put them above my friend.
Period. What if you met them at the same time?
I'd block them both. Like have them figure it out. No. Well, that actually did happen to me once. I had a friend. Okay. Let me see if I can explain this right. I had a friend who I've had for years. And they had a boyfriend.
Okay.
So I obviously met their boyfriend through my friend. So we were all friends. We were all cute. We would always hang out.
But you were definitely more friends with the girl.
These are two guys.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I was like, what? Well, obviously I was more friends with my friend. I only met the boyfriend because of my friend. Okay. You see, you're getting me mixed up. Okay. Let me clear this shit up again, you guys. Before Yoatzi fucking said it was a girl and a squirrel and a fucking guy and a whale. It was my friend. And they had a fucking boyfriend.
Okay.
So I've been friends with my friend for years.
Okay.
And they basically cheated on their boyfriend. And I was like, oh. Your
friend cheated.
My friend cheated on their boyfriend.
Oh.
But I didn't know this. I only found out through their boyfriend because their boyfriend was saying some stuff. So that's how I found out. But yo no me metí. I was just like, oh shit. So it was a little bit like, because obviously that was my friend and my friend's the one that cheated. So I was just like, okay, like let me stay out of it. So I was like, at the end of the day, like, you know, that's my friend. I don't know what happened. I just know that happened. But, you know, I don't know the reason. Not that any reason will make it okay, but I just didn't know how it went down. So I kind of took a step back from my friend and also his boyfriend because I was kind of stuck in the middle because I was cool with both of them. But at the end of the day, that side of me that felt bad was like, ay, well, pobrecito, because I knew the boyfriend and the boyfriend was always really sweet. So I was like, oh, like I felt bad because, you know, he was a nice guy. But then at the same time, I didn't not want to just like cut ties with my friend because like that was my friend and I don't know what happened. I hadn't heard his side.
That is so tricky.
So I'm just kind of like standing in the middle and I end up messaging the boyfriend and I was just like, hey, like, I'm sorry for what happened. Like, I hope, I don't even remember what I said, but basically like, I hope you're doing well, blah, 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 blah. But I wasn't being like, hey, I'm on your side. Like homies for life. Like I was just kind of being like, you know, at the end of the day, like I was really cool with him as well. So I just said a little something.
Yeah.
And then
so they broke up?
Well, no.
Well, a lot of people forgive infidelities.
Well, they were broken up when I found out.
That's why you were like, hey, like, cool, send him a little message.
Yeah. But then I also messaged my friend and I was just basically like, hey, like, hope you're doing well. Like, I don't know what's going on, but like, blah, 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 blah. I basically wanted to send my, what would you call it?
You just wanted to be like neutral with both of them.
Yes, because I didn't know what was happening.
Oh my God.
So I left it at that. But then when I texted the boyfriend all I said was, hope you're doing well, blah, blah, blah. That's it. I wasn't like, hey, what happened, fool? Like, let me know.
You weren't trying to be a chismoso.
No, I literally was just like, hey, like, hope everything's good. the boyfriend ended up giving me this whole shebang, extra juicy, mild corn on the side. I literally was like, "Buh."
You're like, I didn't ask for any of this.
I know, but I was really shocked, if I'm being honest. Shocked about what had happened, but also not surprised. Because knowing my friend, I feel like I had already known like that he was I don't know. Tremendo. Let's just leave it at that because I don't want to say too much.
Tremendo.
I knew he was a little tremendo, but I didn't know to like that extent.
Okay.
So I was just like, so when the boyfriend told me all these things, it didn't sound like made up shit. It sounded like the shoe kind of fit. But I also was like, oh my God. So I was just kind of like shocked, you know? So then later on, I think my friend ended up like telling me everything like on their end and everything, and ended up kind of admitting to what had happened. But I was kind of stuck in a predicament because, you know, what my friend had done wasn't cool.
Yeah.
But then I didn't know what to do because like, and it, like, to just set the story straight, my friend was obviously in the wrong and the boyfriend wasn't. So I ended up kind of just hearing out my friend, but then also being like, hey, like, that was not cute.
Like, you definitely fucked up.
Yeah, like, I was just like, I don't know what your motive was, but like, that was like really fucked up. So I ended up just taking a step back from both of them. Like,
well, I can see why. That's messy.
Yeah,
like
and
you
I
were
was just
stuck in the middle almost.
Yeah, and they were both kind of like venting to me, and like even my friend had called me and was like venting to me about all these things or blah blah. But I don't know, I didn't feel right with either because like, well, that was my friend, but I wasn't okay with what he did. Done.
Yeah.
And not saying that like I'm part of the relationship and like they had to go through me and I had to like no, but I was just like, as me who I am, like I was just kind of like, it's a little like iffy.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I didn't know how I feel about what you did. Well, not that I didn't know. I knew how I felt about it. So it felt a little bit weird. But then I also didn't feel that comfortable like having a friendship with their partner because I met them through them. So I don't know. It was really tricky. And honestly, for like a good moment, I was like stuck in my head. So then I ended up just taking a step back.
I feel like that's literally the best thing you could have done because it sounds like it was literally like messing with your mental health too. Because that
I literally was like,
how you're all like, a threesome in the relationship. Bitch. You were the third.
No, I was just like, what you do? It's because they were both really like, aside from what had happened, they were both really nice and cool to me.
Oh my God.
But obviously they both were looking for a way to vent. And then I also took a step back because I didn't know if they were going to like fix their problems. And then I was just going to be stuck in the middle giving advice to
dude, literally like that. See, this is what I mean. Like at the end, a veces you look like the bad guy. Like because say they were to have fixed things, they would have been like, maybe when they got back together, they would have been like, oh, well, Louie gave me this advice and Louie told me this. And if one or the other didn't agree, at the end, you would have looked like the bad person.
Yeah, and that's why I was just like although I was cool with both of them, and I was after that whole thing went down, I had a friendship with both of them at the same time. And it did start getting a little like messy.
Ooh.
Because at the moment I was just like, well, neither of them did anything to me. I'm cool with both of them. Like, although I did meet this one through my friend, like, but then at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, it's not worth it. I was like, yes, they're both cool, and like I'm having a great time hanging out with both of them. But it was awkward because I was following both of them. And like, if I ever posted being with one of them, the other one was us. So I was just like, don't leave me.
Yeah.
So I ended up just being the boy.
And he left.
Don't let the back to school season set back your nutrition. Green Chef is making it easy to stick to your healthy eating habits with a new, more flexible menu featuring over 35 customizable recipe options every week. New options include doubling your portion of protein or veggies or swapping to a plant-based protein like organic tofu or tempeh. Are you dairy-free, gluten-free, vegetarian, or vegan? Green Chef has over 15 recipes every week to support those lifestyles and more. You'll also find over 15 weekly recipes that are ready in 25 minutes or less, so you'll have the power to tailor the menu to your needs. Take your clean routine further with 2 times the support Green Chef's healthiest menu ever. For a limited time, new Green Chef subscribers will also receive 50 free credits to use at ClassPass, about a month's worth of membership. Stick to your clean routine all day long with grab-and-go breakfast and snack options like protein-packed egg bites. Green Chef has helped me save so much time porque ustedes ya saben, siempre les cuento that I'm running all over the place, and having this comida just delivered to my house makes it so easy. Go to greenchef.com/prettyclass for 50% off your first box, plus 50 free credits with ClassPass. That's code PRETTYCLASS at greenchef.com/pretty to get 50% off your first box, plus 50 free ClassPass credits. greenchef.com/prettyclass. Did you find any subscriptions you forgot about, or any you paid for twice and didn't realize it? Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, I have full control over my subscriptions and a clear view of my expenses. I'm able to see all of my subscriptions in one place, and if I see something that I don't want, Rocket Money can help me cancel it with a few taps. I also love how the dashboard shows me this month's spending compared to the last month, so I can clearly see my spending habits. Plus, they'll also help me create a custom budget and keep my spending on track. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you by up to 20%. Lo único que tienes que hacer is submit a picture of your bill and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. They'll deal with the customer service for you. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscription by going to rocketmoney.com/pretty. That's rocketmoney.com/pretty. rocketmoney.com/pretty. With big wireless providers, what you see is never what you get. Somewhere between the store and your first month's bill, the price you thought you were paying magically skyrockets. With Mint Mobile, you'll never have to worry about gotchas ever again. When Mint Mobile says $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan, they mean it. Every time I get a new phone, casi le da un infarto a mi mom. And now I understand why. For some reason, even the times that I would pay my phone in full up front, every time the bill would come in the next month, it would go up by so much. And it was due to all of these hidden fees that I wasn't aware of porque they wouldn't tell me. And it wasn't until I got a new phone, I paid it up front, and then my next month's bill came in and my mom showed it to me that I finally understood why she would get so upset. It would be a lot easier and save me the trouble if I just knew the complete total. Doesn't have to be that complicated. Say bye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overcharges. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless with Mint Mobile's deal and get 3 months off premium wireless service for $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and your 3-month premium wireless plan for $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/notsmart. That's mintmobile.com/notsmart. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/notsmart. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
So I think also part of being a girl's girl is like supporting other girls, right?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you cannot call yourself a girl's girl if you're a hating ass bitch that does not support other girls.
Yeah. Girl power.
Cheetah girls. I feel like you definitely have to be very supportive of other women. Like you can't have no amargadita bone in your body because if you do, then you're not a girl's girl. You're a fucking hater. Mm-hmm. And I actually have a very good example in today's society of something that's going on that gives very hater vibes.
What?
And there's not a lot of girls. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you've heard. You probably have not heard. Well, first of all, do you know what WNBA means?
Whatever made you lose her? WNB?
Oh my God. Okay, let me simplify it for you. What does NBA mean? It's an acronym for what?
Oh, yeah, like fighting. Oh, wait, no, NBA's football. Bitch, the NBA.
NBA.
Yes.
Yeah, not NFL, babes. NBA. So NFL is National Football League. That's what you were thinking. NBA is the National Basketball Association.
Same shit.
So what do you think the WNBA is?
What is NDA? National Dumbass Association.
That's the one that you're president of.
Women's National Day.
Women's National Basketball Association.
Why basketball?
Why basketball? I'm gonna fucking tell you what the fuck is that.
What?
So a lot of people probably already know. You probably don't because you're not into sports.
You're gonna say because you're not a girl. I was like,
that too. No, you're not into sports. I feel like I'm kind of into sports, not really, but I've been getting more into it because of Alex. And have you heard of the girl Caitlin Clark? So basically, Caitlin Clark is a baddie that just joined the WNBA, or she's in the WNBA, and she's like big news. Like, she's really good. She's breaking records. She's making a shit ton of money. And this is like fresh and new for the women's basketball team. Like, nobody, like, this is fucked up, but nobody used to give a fuck about women's basketball. Like, nobody watches it. Like, I bet you didn't even know there was a women's basketball team.
I did.
I just
yeah, I just never watched it.
And like the difference is crazy with how much money like the men's basketball team makes. They make fucking millions and millions of dollars. Yeah. And the girls basketball team, I think max is like 240K max. Sometimes they make like 60K, like casi nada, right? So it hasn't been getting any attention until this Caitlin Clark baddie shows up. And she's just like breaking records and doing these crazy shits. She's like when Michael Jordan joined the basketball team. Mm-hmm. She's like equivalent to that. She's just like big news. But all of the other girls in the Women's Association of Basketball, they're being like big ass haters. Like, they purposely try to like hurt her during games.
The fuck?
Because I feel like they're jealous of her. They purposely try to injure her when they interview like, other like basketball girls and teams. They'd be like, what do you think about Caitlin Clark? Then they'll be like, who? Like, she's not important. Like,
I think I did see something like that.
There's just like hella beef going on about that. And Caitlin Clark is bringing so much attention to the women's basketball team. Like, because she is so amazing, more people are wanting to watch the women's basketball team. So there's more money going into the girls. She got it so that like teams now have their own private jets to get to their destinations. Before they had to fly like economy like everybody else. So they're getting special treatment. They're getting treated like the baddies that they are. They should have gotten that treatment from the beginning, but they're getting it now and quicker because of Caitlin Clark. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying that there's a lot of girls that are not being girls because even though they're getting all of this recognition to the women's basketball team, they're still hating on her. Yeah. And they're like basically like, fuck this bitch. Like, they hate her and they literally try to hurt her like in the games, or they'll make fun of her. Like, they bully her. Yeah. And I feel like that's not being a fucking girl. Like, I feel like if anything, these women should be so happy that Caitlin Clark is bringing so much attention to them now, because before nobody really gave a fuck. And now all of a sudden they're giving a fuck and they're making so much more money. They're getting their planes. They're getting all this good recognition, and they're still like, fuck her. It's not because of her. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like because if they were being like, for the girls, they could have just I mean, I'm sure some of them are like a little like just upset and like bitter because like maybe they were playing longer. They've like been doing it for longer. Like it took them like a longer route to get to where they at. Yeah. But like seeing her and like trying to give all the credit to her, they're probably like a little upset. But if they were being for the girls, it could have been to the point where, you know, everybody could get to the point where they're all winning in their own way. Yes. But I think because they're being like putas about it, it's being just putas about it, not looking cute. Which, like you said, at the end of the day, like they could all be winning if they were all just being like supportive over what's happening and like not bitter about it. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like that's really common.
I feel like that's a really unfortunate trend when it comes to like women. I feel like a lot of women just do not like supporting other women. I don't know. I feel like it's not that way for guys. It's really not like that for guys. I feel like it's definitely a girl thing.
Here's the thing. I saw this thing on TikTok.
TikTok shop.
And I kind of like agreed with it. I think it's just more like with girl on girl, it's kind of a little bit more like normal. Like, and with guys, I feel like also a part of like toxic masculinity and being like guys shouldn't be crying and stuff. I feel like that also comes with guys fighting with each other, unless it's gonna be like putazos. But I don't think, I mean, unless they're like
a guy can't be a hater towards another guy.
Not that they can't be a hater. It's just almost look like bitch behavior, quote unquote. If a guy's like on somebody else being like, ew, you look like, or I don't know. It's just not really like seen that way. And I feel like if they are, it's because they're going to be like, bitch, and they're like about to like throw it down. But that's why I feel like when guys are being like that, guys will be like, why are you being a bitch? Or like,
what the fuck?
Or like,
yeah,
just, you know, call it out. Cause I feel like it's not really, I don't know, to be like talking shit. But what I was going to go to about like what I saw on TikTok was, and I kind of agreed with it. So they were just saying how like a lot of people will be like shit talkers or haters like online or whatever. But they're like, do you know like the level of like fucking loser you have to be commenting like negative stuff on somebody else's stuff? And they're like, cause I'm not like, I'm just repeating what this person said. They were like, I'm not like saying I'm a fucking saint. They're like, no, I'm a fucking hater. Like I am a hater. Like they're like, but the difference is that I'm a hater like in private. So that I was just like,
Louie's like, me too.
No, that literally, I was like, that's kind of me. Because I was just like, yeah, I feel like all of us will like be a little like hater behavior or like think something's funny or like
there's stuff we don't agree on.
Yeah, and it's like, it's different if you're like, for example, this video was like, if I find something funny like on a video or something, like I'll send it to my friends but keep it private. Be like, because it's something that I'll laugh about and then I'll forget about. They're like, but it's not something that like I'll go comment, like be like stupid, because they're like, that's like kind of like loser behavior, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was like thinking about it, and then I was like, yeah, I feel like it's different when you're like, I mean, not that in any way it's okay to be talking shit about people, but I'm saying it's different if you're like laughing at something or you're doing something, but like not in public.
Right.
But some other people would see it as like, bitch, that's like pissy shit, talking shit behind back. But I'm like, but then like, what's the point of commenting on, I don't know, just that's very different, because at that point you're looking for a reaction, like you want somebody to get mad and be like, I want someone to fight with, or I want to be a fucking hater, or like on a hidden profile, and like, yeah, or that's different.
Or I feel like it definitely is another level of loser, because you purposely want to hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah, like you're leaving it there to be like
to hurt their feelings.
Yeah, like, when like,
why the fuck? Like, yeah, I guess Louie does make a point. Like, we can be haters in secret. Like, there's times I used to call myself out a lot. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you my hater activities, what I used to do. I stopped myself from doing this shit. But if I used to see someone that I did not like their outfit, I'd be like, what the fuck is this bitch wearing? Like, in my head, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would see the most randomest shit, and I was like, what the fuck is this bitch wearing? Like, pinche ridícula. But then, like, I started doing some what do you call it? Just making myself better. Self-reflecting. And I was like, why the fuck am I being this big ass puta hater? And I was like, they probably picked their cute ass little outfit today.
Yeah.
They put it together, or they just don't give a fuck. Like, there's a lot of people that's like, I'm just throwing this on. I don't give a fuck. And I was like, who the fuck am I to be judging their little outfit? I was like, I'm a nobody. And I was like, bitch, you're like, I'm probably mad at myself. I'm insecure about my own outfits. And that's why I'm talking shit about their cute little outfits.
Yeah.
So now if like I ever see an outfit, instead of being like, oh my God, like, what is she wearing? I'm like, oh, she went out of her way to pick her cute little outfit. Like, that's how I stopped myself from being a hater.
Yeah.
Because I definitely was being a Margarita vibes. Like, being like, ew, those shoes do not match that top, babes.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, it matches in her head. That's all that matters.
It matches
like,
in her head.
Shut the fuck up. Like,
fuck you.
Don't be a puta. But I definitely feel like us girls, unfortunately, we can be big ass fucking haters, and I hate that.
And I think that's where the term like girl's girl came from.
Yeah, like somebody who's not a hater, right?
Yeah, or I guess just in a way like being supportive of other people. Like if somebody has like a business, like you support it, whether you don't, it doesn't necessarily mean you're like shopping, but it's like even if you're like liking or commenting or like you are being a girl's girl because you like seeing other girls win, basically. I feel like is the overall. I
feel like I try to do that with my friends, like being super supportive, whether you're a guy or girl or whatever. I don't care. Like, if you're my friend, I want to support you in whatever you do. And it can be as simple as like sharing your post or going out of my way to buy whatever the heck it is that you're selling. Like, I just kind of, when things like that happen, I put myself in their shoes. Like, for example, right now I have my Baddies with Babies Club. And I feel like my friends just liking my post, that's like a big thing for me. Like, they support what I'm doing. Like,
yeah, I feel like things like that are very noticeable.
yeah, like they go a long way for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having an event, a sip and paint event
Mm-hmm.
coming soon, August 10th. And I invited some of my friends.
Yeah.
And I was like, nobody's going to want to fucking come.
Mm-hmm.
But some of my friends are like, yeah, I'll be there. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And some of my friends that are coming aren't even moms.
Mm-hmm.
They're not parents and they're coming. So I was like, oh my God. Like that just, it goes a long way. And to me, that's like, just being a girl's girl, human.
Just be a human. Fuck
just
you.
being fucking sickening. But yeah, I feel like we need to stop being amargaditas and support each other like in every way possible. And I feel like especially when it comes to girls, I feel like it's already fucking crazy out there with like men putting us down sometimes, those like very mean men.
Yeah.
So I feel like as girls, we should always support each other and just aid each other in any way possible and not put each other down.
Yeah, I think also just getting rid of like toxic friendships, that's very important. And since
Yeah.
it's a little like, I feel like for a lot of people, we'll look back at like friendships that we have cut out and it's a little like, oh my God, how did I deal with this shit for so long? You know? But I feel like the best way to keep yourself, I don't know, at your full potential would be to start off with like getting rid of like the people in your close circles. Because sometimes people will be like, you know, there's haters everywhere. Like no matter what we're doing, there's haters everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like it should always start with a cleanse within your own friend group.
Yeah.
Because then you're constantly probably feeling like people are throwing shots at you because it starts within like your own circle. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And you know how they say that the people who are like your close circle is like kind of like a reflection of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So,
That too.
yeah, you want to keep people around you that are not exactly similar like you, but have maybe the same values as you.
Or better.
Like you just want to have people around you that make you a better person. You don't want to have like those just negative people. Have you ever had one of those friends? I had one. Those friends that like, I've seen them all over TikTok where like, for example, you'll be at like a party, right? Mm-hmm. And there's like other people around you and you're like, telling a story of like, oh my God, like I remember when I went to the store and I was getting this and they're like, oh yeah, but did you tell them what happened with this guy? They'll just like butt in and they will try to like.
Or like if somebody's like, oh my God, I just straightened my hair. Yeah, it took you like fucking 4 hours. Or like,
yeah, be like, yeah, and you missed the back.
Oh yeah, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I've had friends like that.
Really? I don't think I have. I feel like I've had like acquaintances who would definitely try to throw like shots at me and like say stupid little things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think somebody who I ever like really considered a friend for them to.
I had a friend. And then at the end I was like, ay, ya, sácate de aquí.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to put up with some shit like that.
Yeah, and I put up with it for a long time. But if you have somebody around you that's like that, that's not a good vibe.
Yeah, I feel like.
They try to dim your light.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't had a friend, somebody who I would consider a friend, who would like throw back shots at me like that. Back shots?
Yeah, like, turn around.
No, but I've had like a friend. I've had friends in the past who showed their colors by not being proud of my successes, I guess you could word it. Where like I've had like you know, things that I worked hard on or things that I was proud of or things that I accomplished and stuff. And it was just very like low blows, or it was just kind of like, meh. Like, but they wouldn't say anything like to me or like they wouldn't say anything like, oh my God, like any backhanded compliments. But you could just tell the energy was always very like, like I didn't really care for it.
Like not really congratulating you in your successes and like things like that. That's jealousy, babes.
Like there was a time, long time ago, where what's it called? Well, even when I got like, because this has to do with a car, but even when I got like my first car, I remember there was like a friend of mine where like I wanted to get like so my first car, you guys, was a Mustang. It was a red Mustang convertible. And obviously me being like, I think I bought the car when I was 16. I bought the car when I was 16, but I wasn't able to drive until like I was like 17. But basically, like this friend, not necessarily like saying the car was ugly or anything, nothing like that. But I could just kind of read the vibe where almost like trying to talk me out of it because they probably didn't want me driving a nicer car. And also, like, to be honest, like not that many people around that age at that time were driving nice cars like that.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of like, oh, like, are you sure you like want that car? Like, I feel like something like more, ¿cómo se dice un carro? Económico. Like a more económico carro would be like better. And like, no, but like I really want this car. And like, you know, I can afford to like pay for it. And I remember them being like, like there was just so many like down things like they would always call out on the car. Like it wasn't going to be like the quote unquote smartest choice, which at the time I was trying to see like maybe they are looking out for me, but it was giving like, it wasn't like the smartest like choice, and like that there was going to be a lot of like maintenance on this, and because the car was used, and like that I had this many miles and all this other stuff. And I was just kind of like it just kind of felt like they were trying to throw anything and everything at me so that I wouldn't get the car.
Yeah.
And when I did get it, it was just kind of like, oh, cool, like congrats. But then every time like I'd be like driving, they'd be like posting in it and stuff like that. So I was just kind of like, it was giving, I don't know, maybe like I'm not trying to like fucking gaslight myself, but like it was giving like they didn't want me to get the car. They didn't want me to like one up them, quote unquote, and that wasn't my goal at all. I was just I've always wanted a fucking like convertible car, and I always wanted like a sports car, and like
so cute.
Thankfully I was able to like afford that car, but it was giving like the whole time that I was trying to get it up until I did get it. And even then it was like, but when it came to like them posting, or every time I'd pick them up, they would like record the car and like zoom in. So like, I feel like that's when I started seeing it, because I was like, you were very much like, fuck the car, don't get the car, like blah, blah, blah. And when I did get it, it was like, oh, cool, like you got it. But then like every time I'd be pulling up, they're like, but not even towards me. It was just kind of like,
I hate that vibe. I don't like people like that. People that don't support other people, like just bettering their lives and doing good for themselves. I hate that. I had this one time where a group of my friends, well, a couple that I used to be friends with, they bought a brand new car. It was like a 2020 brand new fucking little truck. It was super cute. And my friends came and they showed me the car. And dude, I literally am so happy when people around me get new things, like stuff that they work hard for. I genuinely am very happy for them. So they gave me a tour and I was like, dude, this is so nice. Like, good job, you guys. I'm so proud of you. Just like making them, I wanted them to feel good because that was a big accomplishment. Yeah. Like they had a really old car. They had a baby. So they definitely needed a new car. So I was genuinely super, super happy for them. The person that I was with, the person that I was with was a complete fucking hater though. They were like complete opposite of my reaction. Their reaction was just kind of walking around the car like, oh, it's pretty cool.
Why do I kind of remember this?
I probably told you. I don't know, maybe.
I kind of feel like I know exactly what you're talking about.
But I got the vibes and I was like, ew, why the fuck are you being like that?
Yeah.
But I hadn't said anything. But I was like, oh my God, like, congrats, you guys. Like, show me the trunk, show me the back, like, show me everything. And the person that I was with was just like literally just standing to the side, not saying shit.
Yeah.
And after, when my friends left, I was like, bro, why the fuck were you being the biggest hater ever to live? And I was like, this is such a special moment for them. They worked so hard. You know how long they've been working for to afford a new car.
Yeah.
And now they have this sickening car for their family. Why couldn't you like give them that moment and just like congratulate them? You didn't even say congrats. Like you're being the biggest fucking hater in the world.
Yeah.
And they just like stayed quiet. And then they were just like, well, if I'm being 100% honest, like it kind of like almost stabbed me in the heart. Like I just got really upset that like I'm not able to afford something like that. And I've never had the moment of getting a brand new car myself. So le estaba ardiendo el culo.
Yeah.
And they were just like, I honestly just felt like envious in that moment. And I was like, yeah, but you can't be like that. And I'm like, when you're like that, that's why you don't get good things back. And I was like, because you have to throw the good vibes to receive good vibes. It's like the big circle of life. If you're a big ass fucking hater, and I'm so sorry, but nothing good is ever going to come to you. So I gave this person like this big ass talk, pero valió madre. They're still the same way. Wasted my breath. But I feel like people like that exist and that shit fucking sucks. So if you have them around you, be like, shoo, shoo.
Yeah, I feel like the opposite of, and it's crazy right now that you brought that up because it just reminded me. The complete opposite reaction of what I'm telling you guys that I had with this other friend of when I got that car, and they were like, ugh, like it was just giving like, and like they didn't really care about it and like didn't give a fuck about it. But then I just remembered there was this other guy who was a friend of mine, and when I got my car, they were super like proud of me about it. Like I remember they like commenting on my picture and then like them like congratulating me, like kind of hella like admiring the fuck out of my car because we were both really into like sports cars. And I was just like, oh, thank you. And keep in mind, this friend of mine, he also got his license around the same time as me. So I think he got it when he was like 17. But he had this car que ya estaba viejito el carro, like viejito, but he was super into like sports car. So I remember he put so much money into his car. So
was
he
it Alex?
Like,
I'm just kidding.
Like, wasabi? No. He put hella money into like his car and like made it look all nice or whatever. And his car ended up looking really nice with all the little like modifications that he did to it. But big, okay, so he already had that car. I got my car and he hella like was like, I'm so proud of you, blah, blah, blah. Knowing that my car was like a lot newer and like, I mean, it looked like a sports car without me like making all these things, but he was super cool about it and like congratulated me. Wasn't giving hater vibes at all because he could have easily been like, mood, like,
yeah,
I don't know. He could have easily been hater vibes. He was super cool about it. And then a couple months later, he came and he got a fucking brand new, like, I think it was a Camaro. Era del año, 0 miles, like all this shit. And I think he was only like, I don't think he was even 18 yet. Or maybe he had just turned 18. But I was like, holy shit. And I remember he texted me. He's like, Louie, I just got my brand new car. Like, I want to come over and like show it to you, blah, blah. I remember he came and like my parents came out and they were just like, oh, what the fuck? Especially like at his age, like 18 and like having that. And again, obviously, I was really proud of him, and because I know how much he was into like sports car and like everything and whatever. But I was just like, it like lit up a little light in me because I was like, dude, he could have easily been like hella hater vibes, like mood, like I want that car. I could have like, blah, blah, but like
thrown shade at you.
Yeah,
or something.
He was super cool about it. And then, bitch, a few months later, like, nah, que ver, like, I don't even know what. Maybe I don't know if he was just like, I can do it. I don't know, but later on, he fucking got like his nice ass fucking car, and I could just see him all over town, like,
yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, but I was just like, I feel like it's like what you said. The energy that you put out is the energy that comes back to you.
So definitely that, like he probably, and you know what? I think it's so cute how you said that he looked for you when he got his car, because I'm pretty sure he knew that you had good vibes, so you were gonna make him feel even better about his big purchase. Like
I was like the first person he showed.
I love that. He probably felt so comfortable with you that he was like, I gotta show Louie this. Yeah. Like there's definitely no mamon vibes there. He was not like, I want to show it off to him. He just
and it did not even come up like I went up to you. Like it was just kind of like, dude, like look,
I did it too. Like let's come up together vibes. Like look, I did it too. So we gotta be that way, you guys. So if you're not, fuck you.
Or just protect your energy.
Protect your energy. It's so important. So now let's switch it up. Flip it around town. Do you know what it is to be a guy's guy? Is that even a fucking thing? En hombres hombre.
I feel like making out.
In the bathroom is good.
Well, I'm a girl.
But you're also a guy. You must have some insight.
I feel like it's the same as a girl.
No, it's not.
Yes, the same values.
No, because
yes, like don't be a fucking hater. Support the bro.
But are guys really haters like that though? The way that girls are haters. They are.
If anything, they're worse. I just kidding. I was just saying, well, like you know how earlier I was saying how like with girls, like it's more like talking shit, like bitch. But with guys, I feel like it's capping on each other.
Oh my God, dude, the way that guys cap on each other is something else.
And like it comes off friendly, but you know, at the end of the day, there's like a little bit of truth behind it, or one of them's actually getting like really hurt. So I feel like with girls, it'll be like hater vibes, like fucking ugly ass puta, like in each other's comments or like back to each other, like just talking shit. But with guys, I feel like it gives very like backhanded or like capping on each other, like, or
I'm trying to see if there's like a story of when I ran into something like that or something like that, but I'm not really around guys a lot.
I feel like a place where it happens a lot maybe would be like, maybe like at the gym.
I was going to say for sure at the gym. Guys are always trying to one up each other.
Yeah, I was going to say every time I see like a group of like guys at a gym, I'm like, I already kind of cringe because I already feel like I know what it sounds like. And most of the time it's all of them either like ego lifting or like trying to one up each other. So like they'll do like one rep, but it's like whoever can do like the most. And they're like, and they're like, if they can, they'll like start capping on each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's that's like one way of
Alex has told me stories about like when guys are next to him, all of a sudden they want to like take off their shirts and shit, or they'll see that Alex is lifting like a certain amount. They want to start lifting more next to him. Like,
I think it's like a competitive side of like guys.
I think guys just naturally have this like super competitive side. That's just like how they are.
So I feel like a way to be like a guy's guy, but it falls the same with like girls. But I feel like even if like you're at the gym and like see somebody struggling, or like maybe they're not doing some shit right, like say something, but then at the same time it can come off as like if you try to correct someone on their form, like they could take it like kind of offensive, but it's like you're just trying to be helpful. But I think that's like a way to be like a guy's guy in that sense, or just hearing like your friends out, or like your friends are going through something, like kind of just letting them talk. Because I feel like especially for guys, it's kind of hard for them to talk about their feelings, or
for sure,
feel like they're being validated. So maybe even just hearing out a bro is helpful.
Do you think guys, like, say it's a group of like guys, right? Like 4 or 5 guys are like besties, and one of their girlfriends cheat on them. You think the guys would go out of their way to tell their bros? Yeah, hey bro, I'm gonna be a dude right now. Hey bro, I don't mean to hurt your feelings or nothing, but I caught Stephanie doing some sketchy shit yesterday.
Low-key, I feel like a guy is more likely to tell their homie than a girl telling her homie. No, I don't know. No, that's like a right statement. No, well, it's because with a girl you run that risk of like, fuck, well, I don't want her to think that I have something to do with it, or I have like blah blah. And then with the guy, just be like, hey, don't give a fuck, but look, I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't give a fuck, but look, I got something to tell you.
Just kind of like,
you want to fuck me now?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like,
I guess we need a straight man here for their opinion.
Yeah, because I'm a girl.
And I'm a girl. So.
No, yeah, I feel like I don't really get like dude lingo.
Dude lingo?
And dudes are gross.
Dudes are fucking weird.
I feel like guy groups are really weird.
Dude, oh my God. I will never understand the fascination with guys and their like gay jokes to each other. How hard they go at each other, and how their testosterone, they just want to like punch each other and like wrestle each other.
No, but then some like what you just said, like guys on guys with like their gay jokes is oh my God, you guys, like I think it's a little even gayer than the shit that I do or say.
It is gay.
But the moment I walk by, they all like, hey, booger. But I'm like, bitch, the shit that y'all be saying. So it's like I've experienced a lot of that, especially before I came out. Like just guy groups and like, oh my God, dude, like that.
Like, why don't you come over here and suck me up?
Shit like dude, that. But like also like I remember even like in the locker rooms, like all of them would be like pantsing each other, like literally raw slapping each other's asses.
I heard stories.
Or just literally you guys like
measuring their fucking dick sizes and shit in the locker room.
Well, it's not even that. Like that, I'm like, okay, whatever. But like when it comes to like straight like them each like pantsing each other and like slapping each other's like asses or like grabbing each other's heads and being like, I swear to God,
I've seen that.
I'm like, I don't even do that stuff.
Like, babe, are you okay?
Yes, I'm like, is that what it is to be a guy's guy?
I don't understand men, why the fuck they do that. I just thought of a story. Alex, please don't get mad for sharing this. It's really funny. It's about his birthday in the party bus in the back.
Like I don't think he wants that out there.
It's really funny. I'm gonna find the video and I'm gonna post on Pretty Not Smart. Okay. So for Alex's birthday 2 years ago, I think a year ago, I got him a party bus, and I got a bunch of his straight guy friends. I invited them for him. I surprised him. He had no idea, and then we went to a club. I think it was on the way back from the club. Yeah. All the dudes, they were drunk. They sat all the way in the back. They had their little bolita of like 5-6 dudes just back there. And we were in the front having our own conversation, like me, Louie, Adam. We're just chilling. And then I was like, what the fuck are they doing? We turned to the back. They're all jumping Alex, like punching each other on top of each other, just like... We were like, what the fuck are they doing? They were just in a bola, literally like letting out their testosterone. I was like, are they okay? Like that shit was, I don't know. They're probably having an orgy back there with their clothes on or something.
And we're all just like staring, like
we were just staring, and I was like, "What are you guys doing?"
They were like, "Oh,
no, they were
just
kidding." And they're just like cracking up, having the best time of their life, just jumping each other. And I was like, "Okay, that's testosterone for you."
We're like, "Hey, boys."
Like, when the fuck are you gonna see me and my girlfriends just jumping each other with our little dresses, our heels everywhere? Like,
for real, huh?
Yeah, dudes are something else.
Yeah, that's what I knew with the game.
Yeah, Louie was probably like, "I'm okay. I don't want to do none of that.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me." Huh? That's
he said,
fun,
but we twerk
though.
on each other.
Yeah, he said we twerk on each other.
And
but
grind
that's
on
fun.
each other. I'm just kidding.
They do too. They're like, "Well,
Ew, they're like, in private. Ew. They're
in
like,
private, we play with our swords."
Ew. Yeah, straight men are scary.
They are pretty scary, but we're gonna have to rent a straight guy for a day and have him on the podcast.
Yeah, so we can ask about boys.
Yeah, so if you guys have a straight guy in mind, comment down below so we can book them in advance.
Bitch.
Yeah, but I think that's it for me.
That's what it means to be a dumbass.
A girl's girl. So comment down below if you're a girl's girl or if we got the definition wrong.
Yeah, let
What
us
you
know if
guys
we got the
thought.
definition of like a squirrel
Yeah,
wrong.
but that's what we got out of being a girl's girl.
And what I would say is watch your circle.
Mm-hmm.
If the energy's not right,
Mm-hmm.
cut that person off,
Mm-hmm.
and you will notice the change in the atmosphere
And your life.
and your life.
And your aura will change.
Yeah, but thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your podcast hosts, Louie Castro and Yoatzi Castro Garcia.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.